Good morning, my name is Gina and I'm 17 years old, and today I'd like to share my testimony with you. When I was little, I used to go to church with my father every Sunday, and we went to a Catholic church. And a few years later, the feds came to my house and arrested him and took him away. And he came back home about 2 years later, and he had to go back for trial. When he went back for trial in 2006, he got sentenced to 16 years in prison. After that, I stopped going to church, and it just didn't make sense because ever since I was little, I always looked up to my dad as my hero, and I never could imagine him doing anything wrong. Ever since then, things just kept going wrong. My mother turned to drugs, and we got taken away from her, and still to this day it affects me. I've been to 14 different placements, some family and some were foster homes. I went to a Christian group home in Okeechobee, and when I was 13 I got saved there, as well as my twin brother. After being at the ranch for about 2 years, we moved with a family in West Palm who got their foster license to take in me and my brother, and they had adopted 2 kids from the ranch, which is where we were staying. And after a while, things started to go bad there as well as every other placement. So my twin brother left, and then 6 months later I moved in with some family. I didn't get treated very well, and at that point I just kind of gave up on going to church because things continued to go bad, and I just figured, what's the point of putting all this effort into going to church and praying if nothing is going to go right? I met someone that I worked with, and she invited me to come to Sunlight, and I told her no, I didn't want to come because I had already been through so much and I didn't think there was a point. But I gave it a try, and my first time here, Pastor Scott spoke a message that touched me and explained exactly what I was going through, and I was kind of in shock, but I was like, I should give this a try. So I continue to come on Sundays and Tuesdays, and now on Sundays I help with the children. And I want to continue to share my story with people and help people. And I don't want anyone to ever feel bad for me because I'm grateful for the things I've gone through, and I wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't. I know God has a plan for me.